All right, we're finally getting this video done. 350Z, one single owner, female owned car with 10,000 original miles. So Christian's been standing here patiently saying, Mr. Busy Man, Mr. Busy Man. So in the amount of time we've been trying to start this video and started and stopped this video, we have a tow truck customer, just bought a tow truck, headed to Oregon. So I'm dealing with him, the transporter, and the office for the paperwork. My stereo shop is texting me a couple options for a vehicle we dropped off. My decal guy's working on decals for the monster truck, which you guys are going to get a peek at here shortly. Looking good. We got a boat customer trying to trade a boat, sending paperwork. My wheel polish guy trying to get paid and actually buying a truck, so his money's going towards the truck. Cool square body. Well, and then Christian has more work to do as soon as I get done, because I just got a text about a truck that he needs to put online now that we have the final details. So that's what happens in a couple minutes of my brain, and then a couple phone calls have rolled in also. So a lot going on. Sometimes we don't get you the videos, and this is why. But this 350Z is the real deal. Date coded. I know I saw it on the other side. Original tires. I'm going to say it now. I'm going to say it in the description. You can leave on these tires if you want to. They only have 10,000 miles and they got plenty of tread. We're going to suggest replacement tires. We will give the option to upgrade the tires and what it would cost. Right here, 2007, the 40th week of 2007. It's a 2008 car. Tread is like new. We love that because it validates the car and the miles. Things can be manipulated these days quite a bit. This is not that case. This comes from one of our very, very, very good customers and family. We've been dealing with him and his family probably about 30 years. He's into trucks, hot rods, all the same stuff. Him and my brother Daniel, very close friends. We all feel like we're very good friends, but him and Daniel a little closer. This was his mom's car. So we know the history, 100% garage kept its whole life. We're going to service it. We're going to inspect it. Fresh fuel filter, because obviously it did not get driven quite a bit. Probably will get a new battery. We're going to actually put TJ, one of the toppest end technicians, I guess. I don't think that's the toppest end. Is that a good word? Is that a real word? Highest end. However you want to say it. Guys that we can put on this car. So we're going to put him on it because he loves anything that's eclectic like this. These cars were really, really cool in their day. Amazing convertible sports car. Now again, it's going to depend on what we put into it, what this car sells for. So everybody's going to ask price, price, price. It's not really priced yet. I can give you a ballpark if you are seriously interested. Jesus, they picked the wrong time to move this stuff around here. I swear. But at least you know it's backing up, so for safety, that's a big deal. And that's another thing, guys. When you talk about safety, tow trucks, that buzzer and that beeper might be obnoxious, but it's a very important thing. Make sure that it works if you drive one. We had my dad had a friend and customer of his years ago that actually backed over one of his kids and killed him. So it's very dangerous. So, or if you have a big lifted truck, also try to make sure that you got at least a backup camera or something, because it can happen. I've actually backed over stuff in the driveway, trash cans. My dad backed over many of my bicycles over time. So it does happen. Back to the car. 350Z, beautiful car, 2008, 10,000 miles, convertible. We will be going over all the service items. And again, because of the fact of sitting, a little more crucially going over it, main question, why not spend the money and change the tires? Because of what I just said. It validates this car. You can look at these tires, do a tread depth gauge. She wasn't out doing burnouts. The tires are still within the first percentages of their life, like they're supposed to be. They are date coded to the car. They've never been replaced. It makes the car very much original. So those things are very important to people. That's why we want to leave it that way. Tires are no problem. Put them on in a minute. It's not an issue. Call if you got questions. Great car. Ready to go car. Why is the building empty? because we're trying to get ready for the winter to come. And we're trying to be more prepared this year. We were just finishing this in the winter last year, so we're happy to have it. So we're going to pretty much dedicate this to mostly square body and classic trucks. The classic cars will be in showroom 2 or showroom 1. I just did a video too. It aggravates the crap out of me, guys. These little spots on the floor. Some of them are for where my guys spilled stuff. Some of them are for vehicles leak. Yes, old vehicles do leak oil and fluids and grease and everything else. If you guys got a magic touch, let me know what it is, because I want to know. Because I want these floors clean before we start filling it back up. AJ has spent most all morning pulling everything out. If you look outside, there's a lot of crap that was in this building. And I spent a lot of money on this concrete, and I hate when it looks like this. So watch the video before, drop your comment. Square bodies though, Daniel's just finished a few more. Brian's got one on the rack that he's working on finishing, and it is amazing. Even he gave it props, which is pretty cool, because it's hard to get credit out of us when you see things every day. Everything runs together, so it is actually a really nice build. What was the other thing? We had something else we need to do today. You got a video of the Denali? Big Denali just arrived, 12-inch lift. There's a video on the channel Christian manages, Davis Auto Sales VA. If you're not on that channel, it's not super exciting because Christian's kind of boring, but
Thanks, boss.
yeah, he likes it when I give him props. But it does give you a 360 tour of all of our vehicles. They do not go on the website without that video. So if you're looking for something, walk around, looking for the paint finish, it doesn't matter if it's the 70s, 2020-ish, everything has a video. And going forward, everything's going to have a video. So we're still catching up. And then I try to do the detailed video that we do in here with a different light so you can see things a little bit better. But Davis Drives VA. Also, Daniel's been working with his channel up at the shop for Daniel, Brian, and Johnny. So that channel, you know, if you go to Davis Off-Road, that'll pull you up on that channel, and they're going to start doing some more stuff. And then, like I said on the last video, we're going to start getting a lot more event coverage. When we go to these events, we're finally getting time to get back out, get around to some shows. The monster truck's almost ready. The new mega mud truck's ready. The race cars are ready. So as we go to these events, I'm going to try to take the GoPros. I'm going to try to remember to turn them on and hit play and record. And I'm even going to have them set up so my guys can do that. Hopefully my girlfriend, my daughter, somebody else helps me do that so we can get you guys some stuff, some action stuff, because obviously these shows are blowing up. And we have a show, yes. Well, Daniel's organizing it at the shop with help of a couple local businesses, and we're going to have a local show for you guys. We were going to make it a square body show, but we want to make it for everybody. If you got a Super Duty, great. If you got a classic car, great. Even if you just want to come show up and look at the cars, we're going to try to do that on a Saturday. We're going to try to make that a toy drive. So stay tuned for that. We'll drop the date probably early next week. Toy drive, wintertime cruise in. We'll have a special section for square bodies only. And all my guys will be in attendance, several food trucks. So it's going to be a good day. Probably going to do it on a Saturday so people don't have to worry about their work schedule. And then we've got the Razowick Festival, kind of the field day of the past. Getting ready to have 2, 3, 4 trucks out there and some trailers. That's coming up next weekend. And the following weekend, I think we got something at the drag strip. So stay tuned for all that good stuff. 350Z coming at you very soon. Great customer, great history, great car. Thanks, guys.